Hi there, thank you for coming and joining me on this new episode of Single and Married with Ezzy. Thanks, I appreciate that. So, my name is Ezzy Odimoko. I'm a mom, I'm a pastor's wife, and I'm also an author. I enjoy talking about relationships and marriage. And so this show, Single and Married with Ezzy, is where I talk about interesting topics that will help singles and couples alike. Okay, I'm the author of 2 books and one that is new, brand new. The title is Brighter Days, 100 Thoughts of Hope, Love, and Blessing. It's an amazing book. It's a collection of 100 daily thoughts, inspirational thoughts to empower, to encourage, to bless, to give hope, right? Because we have been in tough times and it has been really hard for a lot of people. And this book, as I was writing it, it just made me so joyful, made me so happy. And I wanted the opportunity to share that with you as well. It's a book that you will love to have. It's a great book for everyone in the home. If you have teenagers, awesome book. Great for you. Children, great book for them to just read, understand, follow, and enjoy and be blessed. So I encourage you. The launch is July 4th. I will be honored to have you join. It's going to be both a virtual launch and an in-house for those who are local here in Edmonton. But if you're outside Edmonton, feel free to join us virtually. The link and the information will be all there for you here on this show for you to be able to join us. So I look forward to having you for that launch. And I also have my book, Relationship Smart, Love, Courtship, and Marriage for Every Woman. So this book, I published it back in 2014. It's a great book for singles looking to get married. It's an awesome book for people who are married early in their marriage, a year, 2, 3, 4, 5, up to even 10 years. You'll find the resources in this book very, very helpful for. I'm going to be teaching out of it as well. So today, my topic is achieving a balanced relationship. Achieving a balanced relationship in your marriage, in your relationship. And you find it on chapter 11 of Relationship Smart. So page 143, that's where you're going to find more information on this topic. So what do I mean by a balanced relationship? Okay, what is a balanced relationship? So a balanced relationship is where 2 people see themselves as valued. 2 people who are in a relationship see themselves as valued, as cherished, as respected. In a balanced relationship, there is no fear. There's no fear of rejection, right? So that is the goal for every relationship. That's the goal for every marriage, every union. And so that's what I want to talk about today. And attaining a balanced relationship or finding balance in your relationship doesn't happen overnight, right? Because we know relationships come in stages, even marriages, right? Every marriage is different and every marriage could be at a different stage of their relationship, but the goal is to get to that point of having balance, of feeling that security, right? Of having that assurance, of feeling that love, having it, not being afraid of rejection, not being afraid that somebody's going to walk away, not being afraid that it's going to fall apart, not being intimidated, not being afraid, right? Pretty much. So that is the goal. So today I'm going to talk to you about a balanced relationship. So now for singles, right, you will find that when your relationship, you will also find is in stages, all right? And I like to tell people, you don't want to get married when a relationship is out of balance. You don't want to get married when the relationship is tilted one way in favor or the other of the one person, right? So you want to get married when that relationship is balanced, when both of you are mutually invested in it, when both of you have a mutual interest in making it work, right? That is a healthy place to get married. So I'm going to briefly talk about the 3 stages very briefly, and then we'll call it a day. So the first, I group it into 3. And the first is what I call the woman-controlled phase. There are 3 phases: the woman-controlled phase, and the man-controlled phase, and the balanced phase. And these are all terms that I coined, right? But I'll explain what they mean. Okay? So, what do I mean by the woman-controlled phase? So this is usually at the start of a relationship where the man is looking to attract her attention, to get the lady to say yes to the relationship, right? To earn her trust and to earn her love. And so at this, the guy will do anything to try to win her, right? It's like his goal is to win this lady's affection. And so at that point, at that stage of a relationship, you find that I call it the woman-controlled phase, because it's almost like she has the upper hand, right? She is the one being chased after. She gets to, call the shots somehow. She gets to choose where they're gonna go eat and things like that, right? So it's somewhat tilted to the woman's favor, right? And so that is not a balanced stage yet. So even though it is tilted, one person seems like they get to have their say most of the time, but it's still not balanced. And if a couple go ahead and marry at that stage, it will take them a while to get to that balanced stage, right? Because that's not what marriage is. Marriage is not one person having all the say, right? Marriage is where the 2 people work together to make that relationship happen. So in the woman control phase, that is usually at the start, at the beginning of the relationship, where she is being wooed, she is being chased after, she is being sought after, and the man will do everything to earn that love and to start and initiate that relationship with her. So this is a natural phase of a relationship. Nothing is wrong with it, but it is not supposed to be indefinite, right? So at some point, the lady would have to make up her mind and say, yes, I want to be in this relationship, or no, this is not for me. So it is supposed to be like a thing for a season or period, and then they move on. So another stage, the second stage, is what I call the man-controlled phase. And this is where usually after a relationship has kicked off, the man has earned her trust, and it appears like there's been a power shift where he's earned her trust, and now she feels she's already committed into that relationship, and he sometimes gets to call those shots and make those decisions and stuff like that, right? So again, this is a phase. It is not designed to be the end or the goal of the relationship, right? Because we are working toward a balanced relationship. You're working toward the goal of reaching a healthy relationship where not one person doesn't have all the say. Rather, the 2 people have a mutual understanding, have mutual respect, and have mutual desire to make that relationship work. All right. So again, at this second phase that I call the man-controlled relationship, is not the ideal phase for you to, get married, right? Because the girl can sometimes still be feeling unsure, can have challenges with insecurity, and her voice may not be out. She may not be able to fully express her desires and her intentions fully in that relationship, right? So again, the goal is not to stop at either of these first two stages, but to move ahead and work together to get to what I call the balanced phase. The balanced phase is where the two people see themselves as valued members of that relationship. They see themselves as important and cherished members of that relationship. They see themselves as respected members of that relationship where their voice counts. Each person's voice counts, right? Not only that of one person, but the man's counts. They feel they can express themselves. They feel secure in that relationship. And, that is the beginning of a balanced relationship, right? And that is where it's ideal for people to now start to think of making it permanent, making it a marriage and things like that, because they are both comfortable, they are both secure, they are both trusting in the other person, because they have now begun to attain that balanced phase, right? A good verse to keep in mind as we talk about this is Amos 3:3, where it says, "Can two work together unless they are agreed?" You notice that when people want to get married at a time in their relationship where they haven't really come to that place of understanding, it becomes difficult, right? They can easily misunderstand the same pace. They are not working at the same level. They are not quite getting it. It is unbalanced. It is tilted. One person feels inferior. One person is not quite feeling loved and accepted in that relationship, right? And so I just want to encourage you today. These are natural phases in a relationship, right? These are natural phases that will come, but your job is not to settle for, the first two. Your goal is to walk toward the last phase, which is the balanced one. Even if you're married, it still applies, right? You don't want a situation where in a marriage, your partner has no voice, she can say a thing or he can say a thing, and you are the only one who can speak or who can say what happens. That is not right. You want to work toward a balanced marriage relationship where both of you see yourselves as valued, as important, as needed, and as respected. Right? So both singles and couples can take advantage of this and start to work toward do things that can help to get their marriage relationship balanced. Now, when I have another show, I will tell you the things you can do to get into a more balanced relationship, right? And we'll talk about communication. We'll talk about conflict resolution. We'll talk about different things that can help you to feel comfortable in your relationship or in your marriage so that you can feel like a full part of that relationship and you can bring your whole self and your whole being to be an important and a contributing member of that relationship, right? So I hope this has helped you today, and I do look forward to seeing you next time. Don't forget to shoot me a comment. Tell me what kind of things would you like me to talk about, or if you have questions, don't hesitate to share them with me, because you might just be lucky. I'll take your topic, I'll take your question and provide an answer. Okay, so thank you once again. Thank you for continuing to join. Now, I encourage you to please subscribe to my channel on YouTube. You'll find me there, Ezi Odimoko. Just click on it, subscribe, so that you can get notifications when I go online. As well, feel free to like it here so that you can also get notifications when I go online. And I do look forward to you getting a copy of Brighter Days, because soon I'll be sharing a few things from this new book, and I would love for you to follow me and walk with me on this journey. So it is available everywhere fine books are sold. You get it on Amazon, but the launch is July 4th, and the link is gonna be here on this show for you. So please make sure that you follow and join me so that we can launch it together and start to explore Brighter Days together. So till next time is thank you and goodbye.